Hello everyone, welcome to class 5 of Python programming. We'll continue with list. Here I have a list. I'll check the length here using len. See 11, we have 11 elements here. Later you see we have another type called a set. In set, repetition is allowed, not allowed. So then what will happen? Whatever elements are repeated here, 30 repeated 3 times, 50 repeated, 60 repeated twice. So this is a set, repetition is not allowed. That way if you count, you get 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, that's all. Starting from 10 up to 80, there are 8. However, we'll not go to that now. We'll stick to list here. We know the length now, 11. We'll do something more about set in a later class. Continue watching our channel. Coming back to list here, we have a list, we have a length, then what we can do. Suppose we want to have another element here. How can we get an element here? How can we insert one element here? If you want to know everything, you have to write directory. If I write directory of A, it will show me all the methods available. As I must have explained you before, will not worry about the dunder methods here, double underscore here. Leave this for the time being. We'll concentrate only on these methods. We have a method called append. We'll see how we can apply append. We'll see how we can apply index, then insert, pop method, remove method, reverse sort method. We'll see all these things today. You can write directory here and you can practice. If you want to know more about those methods, you just write help of A. It will show you the documentation. You will be able to study. You will be able to go through and understand here. Suppose you want to know about append. You see what is written here. Append object to the end of the list. This is the append one. Okay, this is one method. So for methods, we write dot here. If you're not from any programming background, you need not worry, just follow. So I would like to append, A-P-P-E-N-D. I want to append one element. What will happen is, if you check here, if you print A, we have a new one now, 90 is appended. You can continue appending another element, say 100. If you want, you can print A before proceeding further. If you print A now, you get all this. I've written already that. If you write length of A, you will get 12 now because we've added 1 here, 90. Suppose you want to append 100. If you run it, see 100 is here. So 90 we appended. Once again we appended 100. Twice we have done. So we got here up to 100 and the length will be 13 now. 11. We added 2 elements to the right. So what append method will do is it will take the number you want to append to the right, and finally you will see this towards the right side here. You go on appending one element at a time. Remember, append method will work if you want to append only one element to the right of the list. You can't append more than one element. That you can verify. Suppose we'll clear this, and this is our A now. Here I want to append more than one. I want to add more than one element. Then I have to use extend method. If I write extend and I want to add two elements at a time, that is possible. I have to write this way. Otherwise, it will not work. So now print A. See, we have up to 90, 100. So if you want to add two elements, then you have to use extend method. That is another method. Like append, we have another method called extend. In extend method, it will take more than one element. Whatever number of elements you want to write, all the elements you can add to the right of the list. 3 elements I added. Suppose you want to write append only. You try with append, what will happen? Will it work? That is the question. Yes, it worked. Let me print this. This 89 is coming. 89 is here. Okay, we'll run this one also, so that it will be started from the first one. Now you see, initially we had up to 80. Starting from 10, we had up to 80. Now starting from 10, we have up to 80 plus another one. And remember, we have only one element here. This total is one object. Okay, so this object is added to the right of the list. You don't count 2 here. When you are counting this way, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. It's not 13. That's what. If you want to use forcibly append method and you write 2 here, then that will be considered one object. Remember the concept of object. These are not 2 elements. How can you verify? You print length. If you print length of A here, you get 12. You count here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, right? 12. So this is considered as 1. Append method will take one object at a time. Object is not necessarily one number. It could be a list also. You write 10 elements and you write append method. It will consider this as 1. It's another thing. We have a list within another list, but this will be considered one element, or you can say one object. And the type of the object is a list. These are numbers. But this one is a list. So append will take 1. Now suppose you want to use extend here. We've already implemented this one. Let me run this one once again, otherwise there will be problem. The latest value will be considered. Now run here, print A. Now see 90, 100. There is no bracket here. That means what will happen here? We have up to 100, and when you run it, you will get 13 now, not 12. You see 12 we have. Let me run it. 13 now. Because we use extend method, it will consider whatever elements you have written within brackets, the square brackets. It will take everything and it will append to the right of the list, and finally you get 2 more, not 1. So if you are using extend method, you can add to the list more than one element at a time. If you want to use append, one at a time. Even if you write many, append method will append that one considering a single one. Proceed. Let's proceed further now. Suppose we want to take out this 100. Okay, let me write a dot pop another method. Now print a. It will show also. If you go to the help and that will show you what actually pop method is. Not only it will take out the last one 100, but also it will show that. Okay, so if you are not writing anything, there is another method remove. We'll go to that. See, it will take out another one. It will show 90. So 90, 100 are no more there in your original list. See, 100, 90 twice I applied. So now if you want to print a, you get up to 80. So let me print a here. See, now we have 80. So when you are writing pop here and you are not writing anything within this, then what will happen? It will take one from the right. If you write something, suppose you want to write randomly, I'm writing 5. Then what will happen? Will it work? If it works, fine. If it will not work, you have to go to the directory and help and check what is really pop is doing. Now see the index. This is 0. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to write the index here. If you write 5 here, then whatever is there here according to the index, that element will be popped out. That element will no more be there in the list. So if you want to remove a certain element, you count the index and you write the index within pop by default. If you are not writing anything, it will take the last one. Like we didn't write anything here and then it popped 100 and then 90. What you can do is you should write the index so that you'll be able to remove the element you desire. Otherwise, it will take from the last. So you write any index here, that element will no more be there. You run a now, 30 is no more there. 30 means 130. Okay, because now we have so many 30. How many times? 3 times. It will take out the first one, first occurrence. Okay. Then you have 230 here, 130 here, 40 here, then another 10, 20, 230s are here. Sorry, we have written index here. Okay, let's continue. Now, suppose you want to use count method, a dot count. Which one you want to count? Suppose 30 many times appearing. Okay, you want to count 30. Then what will happen? It will show 2, 30 twice. There is a count method. You can count the number of elements. If you write 20 here, 20 once only. So once. How many times 20 is appearing here? Because it's not a set, repetition is allowed. So that's how we have 32 times and 70, 62 times that you will get. Now if you write index, this will show you the first occurrence. If you write index here, index of 20, okay, index of 20 is 1, 0. This is 0th index value. This is first index value. If you write 30 here, because there are 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. At 3 also have 30, but it will show the first occurrence. That's what I was saying before. The first occurrence one it will show. And there is no intelligence here. Let me tell you. If you want to know, you go to the help. And there they must have written it to index method gives you the index of the first occurrence. Okay. So you need not worry. Everything is there documented properly. So we have pop method, we have index method, we have append method, we have extend method. Now let's use remove, a dot remove. What is the difference between pop and remove? If I don't write anything, what will happen? You can check this. So you see there is error. So what it says, remove takes exactly one argument. It will take one argument. It can't remove that way. Like pop we have written, By default, it removes, it takes out the last element. When I say, it could be a list also. If 80 is there, 80 will go. If you have a list here 70, 60, 80 like this, the whole one will go. If you want, I can show that, but yeah, you should know that. A dot remove, suppose you want to remove one, you have to write the exact one, not the index. Okay, remember here we had to write the index within brackets. Here will not write any index. Okay, we'll write the element itself, which one you want to delete. Suppose I want to delete 30, again the first one will go, not the second one. Okay, if you want to delete 60 appearing twice, this one will go, not this one, the first occurrence. So let me write 60, check, it will work now, and then print A. So if you see A here, this 60 is not appearing. See, between 70 and 80, we have 160 that is present here. Between 70 and 80, between 50 and 70, there was another 60 that is not appearing here. You check here. This is not there. That means this 60 is no more present. This 60 is deleted. It's no more present. Okay. Between 50 and 70, there is no 60. So the first occurrence is no more there. So you can use remove method. You can write the exact element you want to remove. However, if there are many, okay, it's repeated many times, what will happen is it will remove the first occurrence. That way you can remove an element. This much for today's class. If you have any doubt, please write in the comment box. We'll definitely answer as soon as possible, and we'll continue further in the next class. Please subscribe to our channel and share it to your friends, those who want to learn Python programming. Thank you a lot. Class is over now.